Hi there. This week I want to talk about the power of the K.I.S.S principle to transform your photos. You know what the K.I.S.S principle is, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah. Well, when it comes to photography, K.I.S.S means declutter your image. Focus on one single subject. Let the single subject be the thing that you focus on. Don't try to capture everything. Because here's what I see. People are in amazing places and they want to take great photos, and somehow they feel compelled to try and capture the whole scene, as if I have to get everything in the picture to recreate the memory and tell the story of where I was. And what you don't know is that in that moment, the human eye is going to play tricks on you. The human eye has the ability to filter out the unimportant things, but once those things are captured in a photo, they actually become clutter. They become confusing. They become distracting. And I think I can help you with that. My name's Gary Mays, and I created the PhotoApprentice channel as a place where I can upload videos that will help you create photos you love and that you love to share with others. You don't have to become a pro to take pictures that are amazing. And it's really quite simple if you work on one specific thing at a time. So this week, I want to work on that ability to focus on a single subject, to take pictures that follow the K.I.S.S principle. And if you watch to the end, I'm going to show you a series of photos I took over the 4th of July weekend that show you how to apply this principle to fireworks as a great example of what an uncluttered, simple photograph can look like. I don't know how to talk about this principle without showing a lot of examples. I don't think words are going to be helpful. So what I'd like to do is just walk you through a bunch of images that I've gotten, and you can see it in practice. All right? So walk with me here. So let me start with a couple from Antelope Canyon. It's one of the slot canyons in northern Arizona, and you've probably seen these before. But it's one of those moments where you're surrounded by captivating images and shapes, and it's literally rock sculptures right in front of your eyes, and you have to choose to zero in and focus on one of them. So I love these. Here's another one. I love this picture, this scene while we were in Italy, and here's this architecture, and there's one focus, there's one subject, and it's that woman looking through the window. One of the things that also applies to this K.I.S.S principle would be patterns, repeating patterns. And so this picture in this Etruscan wine cellar that goes back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. There's all the barrels, but they kind of line up together as a unit. Your eye sees the pattern and it sees the lines, and it's able to follow its way straight into the picture. And I've taken pictures and talked about my photos in Venice before, and one of the things I wanted to do on this last trip was to capture pictures of gondolas, and so, you know, those iconic Venetian symbols. And so I was looking for one, and so I got this picture where the Rialto Bridge is in the background, and there's a whole little parking lot of gondolas here on the left, and it's just too busy. You know, this whole principle about keeping it simple. There's too many poles. I thought it might give us a sense of a pattern, but there's flags and there's other buildings and there's just too much stuff. It's not very satisfying, and I kept working, and so here's a contrast. Here's another shot that I like a lot better, but to be honest, I gotta tell you, it's still a little busy in the background. I wish I would have stepped farther to the right and lined up those, you know, those stainless steel prows, the front of the boats. I could have lined them up differently, and so it's an attempt to get there. So I think you're kind of getting the idea, right? You're kind of seeing how it works a little bit. Well, let me just talk about a couple things. So I think the difference between photos and art is simplicity. The more you focus on a single subject, the more your images become like art. They they become more captivating, not less captivating. They inspire more curiosity and more imagination, and they're more compelling. They command your attention in a way that seems counterintuitive, but it's true. And I'm going to tell you that if you start to practice this KISS principle, what you're going to find is that you create pictures over and over again that you want to print and frame and hang in your home or in your office, and before long you're going to run out of room on your wall. So I just want to hang that out there. So what's the point? Keep it simple, declutter all the other stuff, and focus on one main thing. Make one main thing the subject and the focal point of your picture. And the more you do that, the more compelling your photos are, and the more they will become like fine art. I think you can do it. Now, you know how this works. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing, help me out. Hit that thumbs up button, like it, subscribe to my channel. You'll have access to everything that I'm doing. And even more, why don't you share a link to this video with somebody you know who's trying to take better pictures. Now, here's your assignment for the week. I want you to go to Instagram and I want you to look up this account. By the way, this is unpaid promo for them. They don't even know I'm doing it. I'm just telling you. It's one of my favorite channels to go to as a way of seeing this kind of photography in action. And the account is Simple is Beautiful Photography. I'll put it on the screen. I'll post it in the notes below. But go to Instagram, look up Simple is Beautiful Photography, and just start to comb through the pictures that they've curated there, because they follow this principle. They keep it simple, and their pictures are quite moving. You'll find lots of them that inspire you, and you'll probably notice they're different than the ones you normally take. Okay? I promised, if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you an example of this principle with the use of fireworks. So this is the 4th of July weekend. We were with our whole family. We were shooting off those little fireworks you can buy in some places right in our driveway, and I was taking pictures. You can see this is what fireworks look like, and I'm capturing them, and I like some better than the others, but there's kind of a busy fireworky feel to them until I changed some settings, and I got this one. I really like this. It's like the whole pattern of fireworks. These are little things bouncing off the street. And then I took this one. And I don't even remember what was going on with that, but I loved it. And I caught this one. And the background was dark, and the action of the fireworks is really quite amazing. And then I think my favorite is this one. I don't know, maybe I've got a couple favorites. But you see what's happening. All of a sudden, they're becoming profoundly simple. I'm not trying to capture everything. And then, by the way, I just thought I'd experiment a little bit. I don't know what inspired me. But what if I crop this last image differently and I turn it on its side, and boom, this was the result. And all of a sudden I realized that has a feeling like art in a way that's truly captivating. And there you go. There's a quick little story of going from busy and hyperactive, the fireworks thing, to something quite still and simple and creative. And I think you can do it too. Give it a try. I hope it works for you. And I'll see you next week with another video about how you can transform your photography into photos you love and you're going to love to share. See you then.